Hi, welcome back to the Raven's Nest for another tale of terror. My name is Raven. This one is called Cold. It's going to feature heavily themes of implied cannibalism, talking about cannibalism in general. So if that's a topic that kind of skeeves you out, feel free to look at other videos here on the World Wide Web or another one of mine if you like. Either way, let's get to the story. Pardon any stumbling I may have. I sometimes stumble over my own words. Kind of ridiculous. Cold. It's always cold now. Despite the blistering summer heat outside, inside my home, I could see my breath. Efforts to bring warmth seemed as futile as the hot fire could not banish the chill in my bones. Clearly, grief had ravaged my senses as freshly as they did when my life first plummeted into sorrow. How could the pain not linger and mock my broken soul living in a tomb of memories? The house isn't buried with the worms and the graveyard soil forever, but my heart did die there. That burden that eats through my skin like acid corroding my mind is something no parent should endure. My son was never born, but his ghost is haunting me. He died in my womb, and I can't help but blame myself. If only I hadn't to keep smoking, passed on that glass of red wine at Christmas. The possibility seemed endless in my mind. The envy that pollutes my being, seeing mothers with their children. The kids are smiling, laughing, and happy with their parents. Those parents that get to watch their children ride a bike, speak, and guide them through a confusing world. It sickens me that I'd wish for tragedy to befall them, but I see him in every little boy's face, and it provokes a rage born in tears. Adding to my frozen misery is the fact my husband left. He couldn't bear to look at the woman who served as a chilling reminder of all he'd lost. We'd tried so many times, and no success. He didn't want a woman who couldn't birth his children. Perhaps guilt kept him with me at first, before leaving me altogether, leaving me even more hollowed out. I just watched him walk away with the rest of my love as I curled up by the fireplace, hoping to die. Bitterness consuming me, combined with the cold and the pain, was destroying all my memories of him. It slowly removed all temptations, even for the most basic necessities of life. Food, eating, the whole ritual seemed pointless. Soon after, I simply stopped consuming food for another inescapable craving that was keeping my hungry heart in chains. Disgusting thought patterns began to form, ensnaring my being, putrefying my essence. Whispers becoming louder, increasing in number until it became screaming. I started to watch the news like a pariah feasting on misery. The suffering of others was utterly laughable. A pleasant distraction from my own suffering, guilt, and shame was gone. I was now living a solitary life with my demons, and no one to help me restrain them. This fixation was driving me closer to the edge of humanity. Cannibals, everything about them, from why they sought out human flesh, even the drive to devour a human heart, blood-soaked and bleeding. On the web, people posted ads for consensual cannibalism. A victim even tried to eat his own dick. It was fascinating to me and was fast becoming an obsession. I didn't mind. Instead, I decided to embrace this twisted side of myself. It opened the floodgates and gave way to my darkest dreams. What if you could eat a loved one? What if there was a way to keep them with you forever because you were digesting them in your stomach? It makes perfect sense. The dead are swallowed, having the ultimate memorial. In a desperate attempt, one final act as my sanity was fading out of existence, I left the cabin into the woods. I'd walk towards the logging roads leading to the mountains. It's very easy to get lost. I dressed in my coat, gloves, and boots, walking to venture out of town into the walking trails. Cross-country skiers use the path as well for scenic views, for the same reason others enjoyed being out there, to enjoy the winter wonderland. Briefly, a bunny approached and fled as quickly as it arrived. The bunny sensed a predator lurking within its sights. Amongst the forest echoed the call of birds of prey. It was as if the atmosphere had become charged. Ignoring that, I pressed on, with only my thoughts for company, which became more and more deranged. Blood clots, organs, images almost causing an uproar or laughter. A metamorphosis was taking place, and soon the transformation would be complete. Lo, a gift had appeared before my eyes. So I ducked down to hide amongst the snowy trees. The sound of cheer and joy filled the air as cross-country skiers plunged through the powder. My heart racing as a now brutal instinct drowned out any existing reason. Come this far with urges burning, and I just couldn't fight them. It was time to eat, and those people just looked so inviting. I hope you enjoyed another tale of terror. Stay tuned for next week's.